Hey church, happy Friday, and I just want to give you a couple things. Coming up, April 4th is Easter, and we're still very much in this pandemic, although, it feels like we're moving through it and towards the end of it, hopefully. But Easter is usually one of our bigger Sundays of the year. And, we've heard more and more people saying, hey, Easter is going to be my first Sunday back. And we've seen new people come during these times as well. And so we expect a good-sized crowd on Easter. And that's kind of led us to a couple things. One is, social distancing is still a thing. And so we can't just do away with that. It'd be nice to at some point, but we're not going to do that right now. And so with social distancing and knowing that we have larger crowds, it's led us to make a couple decisions regarding Easter. And one of which is we are adding a third service. We're going to add an early morning service, 7:30 a.m. on Easter Sunday. It's not going to be it's not going to be like a sunrise service. One, the sun is already going to be risen at that time. The service is going to be the same as the other two. It'll be shortened just a little bit, but basically the same. It'll just be at 7:30 a.m. And I know that's early, but it just made more sense than tacking it on during the lunch hour, because I know Easter lunch is kind of a big thing, and so I would like to consider maybe attending that 7:30 a.m. service. It should be it'll be a great morning just to be up early and to worship the risen Savior. And so we're adding a third service at 7:30 a.m. So 7:30, 9, and 11. We are also with larger crowds. We're trying to get an idea of how many to expect. We are creating an overflow space in the gym, and we're going to live stream the service there. So it will be on a video, projected on a screen. So that might be a little bit different than what people were expecting. But we're just trying to do the best we can. But because of that, we are trying to encourage you to RSVP for what service you're coming to. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to turn people away by any means, but it does mean that maybe in that RSVP, you say, hey, I'm coming to a 9, and we're like, hey, the 9 is really getting filled up. Would you consider coming to 7:30? And so we're just trying to get a handle on that so we can just be the most responsible. So attached to the email that usually goes out on Friday mornings, we'll have that RSVP link. It's also on the hub on the website. And so when you get a moment, would you please just RSVP and let us know? And that way we can just kind of begin to see what are the crowds going to look like. And if you are inviting people, if you would just let us know, and so that we can kind of get some ideas. With that too, the next thing is we would like to offer kids ministry for both the 9 a.m. and the 11 a.m. service. Now, we have volunteers that have been running the 11 a.m. and that's going well, but our numbers have been growing, and we would like to add full kids ministry for 9 a.m. The problem is that we have a few volunteers, but we don't have all the volunteers we need. And so we're making asks of people who maybe have never volunteered in children's before. And so would you consider, if you're seeing this, volunteering for children's, for 9 a.m. specifically? If we don't, we're not going to be able to offer that 9 a.m. children's. And so just be praying about that. Be praying about stepping in and helping us on Easter morning. And of course, we could use some ushers helping people find seats as well. But if you would kind of just take notice of those things, that we're adding a service, we have an overflow room in the gym if needed, RSVP for the services, and then serve, whether that's being an usher, volunteer, door greeter, but most importantly, 9 a.m. kids ministry. So be thinking about that. It's a great Sunday to re-engage, a great Sunday to serve, and a great Sunday to invite. And so be doing that. We have I feel like we have a great service lined up. Should be pretty powerful. and we're excited to worship with you all. And so we look forward to it, and we'll see you then. All right, bye-bye.